So looking at a chemical reaction and trying to find the enthalpy of it, that means the heat change of delta H. Once we find that, and only after we find that, we can classify it as either endothermic or exothermic. So to do that, we need to go and we need to look in the table of heats, which is in the data booklet. I'm going to divide up the product side and the reactant side. Looking at carbon, carbon as a solid has a heat capacity of 0. Looking up O2 again, we see we also have a heat capacity of 0. Adding those two together tells us that the delta H of the reactants, 0 plus 0, is 0. Looking at the product side, we have CO2 as a gas. The delta H for CO2 is negative 393.5. And since that's the only reactant we have, we don't have to add it to anything, so that is delta H. Sorry, that's the only product we have. That is the delta H of the products. To calculate the delta H of the reaction, we take the delta H of the products minus delta H of the reactants. So that would be negative 393.5. Subtract 0. Gives us a total of negative 393.5. The units for this, as it shows in the table, is kilojoules per mole. And at this point we can look and we see that since delta H is negative, delta H being negative tells us that this is an exothermic reaction.